supposedly live any moment now. I gotta... Did it ping you? Saying we were live yet?
Yes, but I threw my phone over.
No, that pinged us for Sean. I'm waiting for it to ping us for us before I even start talking about recording here. You know what I mean?
No, mine says Skid Slip is live.
Does it? Mine does not. Yeah, mine doesn't say Skin Slip is live yet. You're talking about the Twitch said that, but not. It didn't get posted to the Discord just yet.
Oh.
I'm trying to wait for it to hit the Discord first.
Does yours even do that anymore?
Yeah, it should. Just did to Sean almost 10 o'clock. Just gonna take a minute or two. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick while it's doing its thing. Sorry for those watching them recording. Too fucking bad, though. Excuse me, kitty. Think big. Do 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 do. Okay. Alright. Alrighty. Good. Hello, cool boys and girls, ghouls and ghosts, freaks and geeks. Welcome to another episode of Psychotronic Coast to Coast. Sorry, clearing my throat, getting ready. I don't have headphones on just yet, so I gotta do test our levels, make sure you're coming through okay, because sometimes you're really low. I don't know why. Just is. I think I adjust the volume and forget about it. Alright, give me some words, sir.
Here are some words of me talking.
La, la, la. Go, keep going. I'm checking the levels. La, 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 la. Alright, I gotta turn you up a bit.
Coming through. Think big.
Think big.
No doubt about it.
No doubt.
Think big.
Alright, I got you turned up. Okay. Well, it hasn't posted, so I'm just gonna post for us. What? God damn it. I copied that. Why didn't you... record me hitting the Control C button, huh? Thank you. Oh, I was about to say post it and it showed up. Boom! Look at that. Alright, so are you ready to do this then? We shall.
Yes.
Alright, here we go. Let me mute my phone because I know if I don't, that's when something will happen. Where's the mute button? I want to mute my phone. I just can. Just gonna turn the volume all the way down because it won't listen to me. The new update made the fucking interface stupid. I hate it. I don't like the newest Android. All right, here we go. Okay. Hello, boys and girls, ghouls and ghosts, freaks and geeks. Welcome to another episode of Psychotronic Coast to Coast. We have got quite a film for you. We watched these movies in reverse order. We went from the last Barbarian Brothers film, starring film, to the first one of the trilogy, anyway, of the Twins trilogy. Now we did the Barbarian Brothers, the Barbarians, their first starring role, and then we went to their last starring role, back to their second to first. For some reason, we did that trilogy in reverse order. We Twin Sitters, Double Trouble, and Think Big. Which tonight's movie was Think Big. Though they came out in the order of Think Big, Double Trouble, and Twin Sitters. We don't know why. It just happened that this is how we went about them. And I have to say I enjoyed this film more than Double Trouble, actually. Interestingly enough. And my co-host here, Owen Neal. He is the man who's going to take us through this journey of this weird fucking movie about two oddball truck drivers driving some toxic waste. Owen Neal. Why don't you take it, buddy?
Okay. Well, we're graced with a 3-minute and 40-second long, I timed it, animation.
He took notes! I took notes too.
No, I just skimmed it just barely while we were waiting. But literally 3 minutes, 40 seconds, animated intro with the twins rapping.
Yeah, oh my god. They did the song Think Big. Apparently they did a song in Twin Sitters too, but I apparently missed it, and I'm going to have to go back and watch it. Because I own it on DVD. Yeah. Anyway. So, yeah.
Yes.
it's Rafe and Vincent, or Vince.
Yeah.
Vic. Vin?
Vic. I think it's Vic.
Vic? Vin?
It's Vic.
Okay, anyway, we thought it said rape. It said Rafe. We were like,
yeah.
Did it say rape on the side of the truck? We were like, did it say the rape? No, it was Vic and Rafe.
It's Rafe and Vic on the side of the truck.
Rafe and Vic. Okay, sorry. Other way around. But I was like, what? I was really confused at first. I was like, because it was like, we're watching a VHS rip, so it was like, it rolls by and you're like, wait, what? It was very quick.
There was like a shadow over part of the F, because it's R-A-F-E.
Yeah. Rafe.
Not, how you'd normally spell Rafe.
How would you normally spell Rafe?
What was it? W-R-A-T-H?
Oh, that's Rafe with a T-H. That's something else.
Yeah, that's what I thought they were saying.
Wraith, what a weird name. It's like we got Sunflower and Tulip and Wraith.
Well, what the hell is Rafe?
Rafe? I think it's short for Raphael. It's like Vincent and Raphael. That'd
be like a PH.
Yeah, Rafe, but you can spell it's Raphael with an F. It's R-A-F-E-A-L. Raphael. I don't know. I didn't name them.
That.
Did you?
I will not allow that spelling.
Look. I didn't write it. They had someone write it. It's this is a Golden Globus film, by the way. They're known for doing a lot of these low budget action comedies, a lot of action films.
Yeah. Well, it takes some place in Montana, air
Quote, unquote.
quotes.
There are at least 3 Montana license plates in the film, and not a single celluloid shot in Montana. And I might fucking add, that they had the gall to just shoot in the fucking valley somewhere near the hills and call it fucking Montana, instead of going to NorCal, where you can actually get some certified flat land and actually maybe make someone believe for a split second they're actually in Montana. But no. They didn't have the fucking budget for that. So instead we get like somewhere into the city of industry. They're trying not to show the fucking mountains in the background.
But Montana's got mountains.
Not the same kind of mountains though. There's a completely different type of mountain. Just ask Travis Beerwagon. He'll tell you. The mountains are completely different in Montana. Different kind of rock. Different kind of trees.
I also saw palm trees. Yeah. That's what really cued me in.
To be fair, palm trees are like a weed. They do now grow pretty much everywhere. So it's not impossible, but it was kind of improbable. Just, you know.
Yeah. Anyways, they have a pregnant woman on board, and they're busting through all kinds of road signs and.
It drives through a construction site. Cops chasing the whole time.
And then they deliver the cleanest baby you've ever seen. There's not a bit of gunk on that baby when they get out of the truck.
No mess in the back. No, it's all good. Lady's just standing up quick. After she'd already just given birth. She's just hanging around.
And everyone cheers, and the cop said, "You did a good job," but he's still going to give him a shitload of tickets.
Dick.
And then we meet David Carradine, who tries to not steal the truck, but he's a repo man.
Yeah, he's a very dumb repo man.
Well, he just gets punched in the face.
He's bad. He's really bad.
We thought we wouldn't see him again, but he shows up.
So we watched the movie, and we're like 35 minutes in, and he's like, "Oh, do you think we'll see David Carradine?" I'm like, "Yeah, probably at the end." And then like 10 minutes later, he shows up again. And then he's gone again for another 25 minutes, and then he comes back at the end. I was like, "Oh, okay." And I guarantee you, David Carradine was on this film for one day. He had one day of work. Because most of the time he's just doing this. Behind the non-moving vehicle. The vehicle's never moving when he's behind the... You look at the window, the sky's not moving. He's just like... You know the brothers are just on the outside shaking it, you know.
For the people listening, that's David Carradine doing giant swings on the steering wheel back and forth.
Yes. For those not visually inclined for our live streams on Twitch or our back catalog of live streams on my YouTube, he's literally swinging the steering wheel around enough to jackknife it repeatedly over and over again. If you were actually doing that with a real vehicle, it's pretty cartoony. I mean, David Carradine is cartoony throughout the whole movie. He's like a fucking Elmer Fudd. He's almost like Elmer Fudd, you know? Damn, that might be his inspiration.
But they go and they meet up with their boss, who chews them out for getting all these tickets.
And they're always late.
And his boss, the boss is bailiff from Night Court.
Oh yes, Richard Mole.
With hair.
With hair, yes.
And
I don't think we've seen him ever again.
No, as well as their trucking buddies. You get Tiny.
Oh, Tiny Lister. By the way, Tiny Lister is pretty much dressed right off of the fucking No Holds Barred set, because he still got the goddamn Z on the side of his head, because it's shot in the same year. Probably at the same time, probably right down the street from it. I bet he came over during his lunch break, because he's friends.
Yeah, because we never saw him again.
Nope. Just the one scene. We projected that we'd see him at the end or something to help him out, but no, they just never showed up again.
No. Well, I mean, now you think about it, they didn't even want to do the job, but I guess they knew it was toxic waste, so.
That's true.
But yeah, it's him, a little person, and then another black dude.
I don't know who any of the other people. The other people I've never seen before.
Yeah.
Maybe I've seen I may have seen the little dude as like a stuntman or something. I don't know, because I bet you half of them are stuntmen.
They're just there for that one scene to say that they wouldn't take the job.
I mean, a couple of the thugs in the movie are stuntmen. I've seen them in other movies, you know, being thrown around and shit. So, anyway.
So then we get introduced to our bad guy.
It was Jaws from
No,
James
no, no,
Bond.
no.
Oh no, the other guy.
He comes later. It's
Sorry.
the guy with the glasses.
Oh, the guy from
Michael something Mole.
the guy from Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah.
Okay, he's the principal from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I don't remember his name. Sorry, not that memorable of a character in this
I
movie.
think it's Mole.
Mole something or other, yeah. Peter Mole or something like that. Michael Mole.
I don't know, whatever. He's the main guy. He's working at
By the way, someone is listening to this podcast just screaming, "You sons of bitches! How do you not know so and so's name? Fuck this podcast!" Sorry, bro. I apologize.
That's our thing.
I have a terrible memory. I just know, like, oh, I know that guy, and I gotta go IMDb because I can't remember.
Which we did a lot in this.
I had to, because it's that guy. Because there's at least 20 people. Michael Winslow from Police Academy. You know, the guy who makes all the noises? Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Mr. Winslow. I know everyone says that guy who makes all the noises. I apologize. I'm just trying to identify who you are to people who may not know who you are.
He made zero noises.
Specials. I've seen his stand-up specials. He's a very funny man. But, yeah, most of these people are all one-day cameos, you can tell. They got paid for one day's work, and it was probably pretty good pay for one day's work.
But yeah, he is showing some kind of gangster guys this remote that can shut off electronics when you push in sequences on the thing, which is made by a girl who is at their they apparently run a school for gifted geniuses.
Run an after-school program for gifted geniuses.
No, they live there. Because she says she's not allowed to leave except for on, like, Christmas and Thanksgiving.
What? That's so bizarre. At some federal, like, secret base that no one restricted area? What?
And then he turns around and anything they make, they own. And then he turns around and tries to sell it behind their back to, I guess, whoever pays that.
The girl was just added in. Maybe the thugs were... Okay. Oh, my God. I figured it out. The producers of this movie wanted to make sure they increased the audience, so they put a kid in it. Because kids' movies sell buku bucks, and guess what? That's why this fucking girl's in it. That whole part about her making this whole... That's all fucking added in. Before, I bet you those thugs are from the loan shark, not the loan shark, the fucking repo guy who they owe money to. I bet you originally those are guys who were trying to collect the debt and get the truck from them. I bet you it has nothing to do. That girl's just fucking tacked on, I bet. That's so... Okay, I rant over. Sorry.
I don't know about that. She seems like a pretty important part of the plot.
Cut her out of the movie, though. And put those guys as they're chasing after him with the truck. And guess what? The movie's not changed at all.
You lose all the fight scenes.
They have different altercations, that's all. It's easy to rewrite.
No.
Do you think there were scripted fight scenes? I mean, come on.
Yes.
No, those guys are just being like, stand here, we're just gonna throw you around, guys.
Anyways, she uses one of her other gadgets to listen in, where she's realizing he's trying to sell it to military. They're not even military. They're like...
They're mobsters.
Sorry, mobsters, but he promised that he wouldn't sell it to bad people, I guess.
Yes,
but
that's correct.
He lied.
Of course not, because bad men pay a lot better than good men.
But during the demonstration, it glitches out. So she's like, oh, I can fix it. But she just steals it, and she's apparently going to run off to California to meet up with her boyfriend.
She's underage, by the way.
And he's 30,
guess easily. So. His age is never addressed, but he's easily 30. Easily.
Well, she's probably 32.
No.
Let's be honest here.
She's
There's no way she was under 18.
She's like 22.
I think she's supposed to be a senior.
Yeah, but she's still underage.
I also assume she's from California.
Maybe.
So she probably was dating him before she was sent off to this super smart
creepy.
School. But yeah, so apparently they also at the same facility have toxic waste, so that's where the truckers come in to pick it up.
Waste. It's very volatile, apparently,
and she sneaks in.
And the boss gives them a time limit to do it, and installs a clock in their truck. This happens before they go to pick it up. We accidentally pass over it. And, yeah, what do you call it? The, screw-up clock or something like that?
Yeah, I was really hoping it was a bomb.
Blows up the truck. Oops.
But yeah, cut to her being hiding in the back. They're on the road, and they're dressed as doctors because they're playing Operation, the board game.
While driving the truck, by the way.
Yes.
And they're wearing doctors' masks and the ball cap, the cap or whatever that thing is, bandana or whatever it is, the white thing, the hat, the doctor hat thing.
Scrub hat.
Scrub hat, yeah. And he thought that one of them was wearing scrubs was actually just his weird cut-off sweater, half sweater. You'll see that in the movies, the half sweater. It's the same one. It's literally the same. They dress themselves in these movies. And I'll tell you, watching these movies in this order, it's apparent to me that each successive movie, they had more control of their wardrobe. Because by the time you get to Twin Sitters, you get full Barbarian Brothers, goofy ass, other times wild fucking dress, and it's beautiful. And each movie gets progressively more Barbarian Brothers-esque. Because they're weird dudes in real life. And that's okay. Nothing wrong being weird. One's a poet who's like homeless, and the other's like a philosopher or something. And I don't mean any of these because they're probably intelligent people. They're probably smarter than me for all I fucking know. But yeah, they went from movies to spiritual and philosophical enlightenment. And yeah, it's interesting. These movies are weird, and you can see that like over the 5 years in which they were made, the Barbarian Brothers get progressively weirder in the way they dress and act. It's the most toned down they are. In fact, if you watch them in actual order, watching the Barbarians, followed by you're like, okay, these guys are cool. That means Think Big might be an awesome action film. Then you go to Think Big, and you're like, what is this weird comedy? Okay, Double Trouble, you're like, oh, okay, the slapstick's getting there. And by Twin Sitters, you're either on board or you're just like, what am I watching? These people are so weird. It's beautiful. Sorry, I don't mean to keep ranting. I apologize. Sir. Let's get back to the movie.
Yes. So they're arguing, and she's like, these guys are dumb. And they hear her because she says it out loud, which makes her dumb.
True.
So they agree to bring her to Billings Airport. That's Montana. And she tries to buy a ticket or whatever, but all her cards that she stole are declined. And then the goons show up from the school, and there's some good old fisticuffs, some goofy stuff. It's a little Indiana Jones moment where the guy's doing his kung fu moves, and instead of a gun, he punches them. So, but it's pretty much the same scene.
Yeah, it's pretty much it. Yep.
And they beat them all up, and she tries to steal the truck. But they're on top of it all of a sudden. They swing down in the windows.
Before I forget, I do have to interrupt and say this is actually John Turteltaub's first film. And you'll know John Turteltaub because he just had a movie that opened this summer called The Meg. And he also did Cool Runnings and National Treasure 1 and 2. And I just, wow, what, this guy's had such a strange career if you look at, like, the trajectory of that, you know? Cool Runnings to The Meg. Sorry. Continue. It popped back in my head from my. I didn't write it down, so like I forgot to mention it earlier, and here we go. That's why we're here with this.
And about 40 minutes in, like, boom, David Carradine in your face again. I'm like, right. Yes. He's just chilling on his car phone.
And he's in California now. He's been following them, I guess?
They're not in California yet.
I know, but he follows them the whole movie? Like, why are you following them to California?
He somehow he must have someone at the trucking place, because he knows they're coming this route.
Or he's got a tracking
device.
They're
still in Montana at this point.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Or they're heading, I'm actually kind of watching it. They're heading through Wyoming right now.
That's funny. Hey, it's a good way to keep going.
Yeah. And now they're in Utah/Nevada.
Oh, right. When they hit the fruit stand in the middle of Utah. That happens in Utah.
Oh, yeah, later. But
they randomly hit a fruit stand in Utah, which is less believable than the fact that they actually shot it in California. in which you will randomly see fruit stands on the side of the road because fruit pickers get a percentage of the fruit they pick to prevent them from stealing, since they're going to take it anyways. So I'll just give them free fruit, and they sell that fruit on the side of the road to make ends meet. And on top of it, Oxnard strawberries are some of the finest strawberries in the world. Are only sold in places like Paris and Japan, and we never actually get to eat them here, even in fucking California, where the best goddamn fruit and produce is grown. But if you go to the side of the road and buy strawberries from the random fruit stand, that's how you get the really good strawberries, the world-renowned ones, the ones in Tokyo and Paris at the high-end restaurants. That's right. So that's kind of random, isn't it? Kind of interesting. I don't know why.
How many needles are in them?
None. That is some weird shit that's happening in the news right now. I have no idea what's going on, but I heard about that like briefly. So.
Yeah, this is the restaurant scene where we see the guy you were talking about earlier from Police Academy.
Michael Winslow.
Yep, Michael Winslow shows up for a couple seconds and then leaves.
Yeah, he has one scene like a fellow with a trucker or something.
So yeah, one of the twins brings her in. He goes to go bathroom.
Wait, he doesn't make a single sound effect either, does he?
No.
Wow.
He's just a trucker. He's a trucker dude.
Wow. Okay.
But yeah, he goes to go to the bathroom because if you remember, he hasn't pissed in like all day.
3 states or something.
And when he goes in the back, he gets grabbed by a girl, and that waitress is gonna fuck him. And then some creeper starts hitting on the underage girl, so she goes looking for him and interrupts. And then the waitress gets pissed off because it's not the twin she thought it was and punches him in the face.
Yep. Yeah. Pretty much.
And then they basically get Michael Winslow to agree to take her to California, and they're going to part ways. But bad guys show up. Let's see, who was it? Jaws shows up. Remember that? Yeah, they're fighting in the garage, and they swing pipes and hit it, and it hurts their hands. And they're like,
yeah. And they're like, like in such a realistic fashion. And if you actually clang pipes like that, would hurt, right? It's like, and they're like, and they're both making faces like, let's not do that again. And they go back to like wrestling with their bare hands. But yeah, and then like
she uses the remote to stop the drill that he was trying to drill into the guy's face,
and it triggers the lift to start coming down.
And then he gets stuck under it. Jaws gets stuck under it. I don't remember his real name. Yeah, Jaws from Bond.
Jaws from James Bond. Sorry, dude. Oh, wait, he's dead. But sorry, dude, anyway.
Or from Billy Madison. Not Billy Madison. I think
he's dead. Maybe he's not dead.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore, the guy from Happy Gilmore. He's been in a lot of movies, to be fair. He's a very well-known character actor. No,
he's definitely dead.
Okay.
Because I remember that a couple of years ago. Maybe more than a couple of years ago.
Rest in peace, good sir. I have fond memories of every time I see you on film.
But I was just joking the whole time during the scene about, like, because it's coming down on his chest. I'm like, what if it just splits him in half and just guts come everywhere?
I was explaining to him what happens generally if you get squished like that. The guts, the internals will go to the place of the least resistance, which is out your mouth. So if you got, like, crushed, all of your internals come shooting out your mouth as fast as possible. So, which is, by the way, probably a fucking terrible way to die.
I just more wanted out of nowhere, just a gore scene. Just whoa.
Yeah, that would be great. It's the only one. And it's like super violent, realistic gore that makes you just go, oh, whoa, oh, what the fuck? Did I just see someone die? You know, like, yeah, when you're a kid and you see a gore scene, like, did someone, whoa, you almost believe it for a second. You're like, what? And you gotta rewind it a few times, and you start seeing the edge of the makeup or how they did it. You know, like, oh, okay.
So it looks like the girl's gonna steal the truck and leave him behind again. David Carradine shows up. It's like, this is my truck, and boom, dick kick.
Yep.
David, that's his scene for that night. Just get kicked in the dick. But
that was
she wasn't stealing the truck.
David Carradine's 7 hours on set.
She was just getting it running and waiting for them. She wasn't actually stealing it this time.
Yeah.
And they're going to a hotel because it's nighttime. And in comes another doctor who also worked at the school. We saw
Oh,
earlier, but never mentioned.
she is the security officer in Babylon 5. Yep.
There's all these weird things where it's like she's like, obviously she thinks they abducted her. I guess the girl.
Oh god.
So she like ties him up, but he unties it and he keeps making jokes.
He
She has like
breaks
this
it.
giant
He's so strong.
pistol.
Yeah.
And then she just knocks him out with a pistol weapon.
And then while he's face down on the bed, like after he knocked out, she pauses and like squeezes his arms. You can see her do that, like, "Oh, I have a sex thought" face, and then she leaves.
And then the girl just comes out of the shower, and they're just like, "What?" So they must all explain to him. They're just chilling, eating some pizza.
This is also where they plant the remote scene where he steals the remote from the hotel.
Do they show him doing that?
Yeah,
or does he just
I
mention
think
it?
he's talking about the hotel in his hand, and it's never seen it again. And then you think you see him in the truck at some point.
Mhm.
They mentioned, like, it's an off mention, like he took it from the remote from the hotel or whatever, either by accident or otherwise. I can't remember why. And then
I didn't pay that close
that plants and
attention.
plays off for the end. Well, of course not. It's called plant to pay off. Plants it and then pays off later.
And apparently, within a couple minutes or whatever, that girl, the doctor, falls in love with one of those meatheads.
The one that she hit in the head with.
I don't know. I can't tell them apart.
I can't either. I can tell them apart by how weird they are. David's the weirder of the two. He's the one that dresses more weird, the more flamboyant, and the more effeminate clothes. That's, no big deal. It's interesting.
But David Carradine ain't done with them some bitches.
Again, some more.
He steals the truck, but one of the twins is in the back eating a banana.
Sitting on top of all the toxic waste because he was, quote unquote, securing the cargo.
And they get a little high-speed chase. They use the remote to... I thought they were shutting it off, but it somehow shut the brakes off.
She says something about it being electronic, and he says, yeah, it's got an electronic ignition, and then she fucking disables the brakes. I don't understand. Because David Carradine goes, oh, it's got no brakes! And then, like, whoa, wild swing of the steering wheel, pretending to drive happens as the stunt truck drives around haphazardly through the fucking desert.
One of the twins jumps from the car onto it, and apparently they strike a deal.
Like out in Baker
like,
somewhere.
Hey, I still have more time to make my payment, which wouldn't make any sense. You don't take a vehicle until they've well past not paying.
Yeah, it's not from the moment that you're not, like, the single second you haven't paid, I can take it. That's not how it works.
But he seems to be taking it beforehand, unless he's just like, all right, I'll let you deliver this, and then you can make your final payment, or I'm taking it.
Yeah, and then he tries to take it anyway, like a dick. He's just a dickhole.
I don't know. I assume they're far behind their payments, like way behind.
Yeah, probably. No, they're on the last payment. They say they have one payment left. They mentioned that.
But they must be missing that one payment.
Yeah, they just haven't paid it probably in forever.
But I guess he just doesn't want to get punched again. He's like, all right, I'll let you deliver, and then you can make your payment, or I'm taking it.
Yep.
Anyways, just more David Carradine chewing up the scenery.
Yeah, just driving the big rig in the parking lot while not moving. He's doing the Donald Trump. In the truck.
You get to see the bad guy threaten a child.
With a gun.
I don't think he had a gun. He just said, I'll tell your mom you wet the bed.
Oh, no.
Like, she's going to California to meet her boyfriend.
I think no, he threatened by taking his chocolate away. That's right. As mentioned, at least he didn't get bribed with chocolate.
I think he was just eating chocolate.
It's contraband. That was the big problem. That's why he hid it when they pulled him out.
It's not fat camp.
Nope, but he was climbing under his fucking bed to get the candy bar. It was clearly contraband.
Oh, I thought he was working on a car. I didn't pay that close attention.
No, he was getting his candies from under his bed.
I thought he was just under a car working on it.
No, this is his bed in the dorm of the fucking military base they apparently sleep on for some reason. I don't get it.
And then it just cuts to the Jaws and them showing up, and they got him. The truck is stopped, but it's on a train track. And then all the bad guys are like, there's toxic waste in this, and they're going, yeah, let's just wait for it to be hit by a train.
Yeah, I don't want to be right here when it gets hit. So they all like, and Jaws is like, I might be tall, but I'm not stupid, and he runs away too. I'm like, hey, they're smart guys. Probably
And their whole reason it stopped was because of her stupid ass remote glitching out again.
Yep.
But they finally got it working and escaped.
After they do, for the third time in this movie, their shamanic chant of good luck to make it happen. Because what happened was they jumped in the truck and ran away because they were being chased and they started the truck without making the whole shamanic chant, which the idea is that's why the bad luck happened in the first place. Which is why they had to keep chanting until the good luck spirit came back. That's their whole thought process behind this is they can't start the car without doing the chant, and they have to do it perfectly, or the car won't start, or bad luck will befall them, which was what happened. So they're doing the chant, and they have to wear a special cap and wave around this pair of rabbit feet or whatever, and a really great chant, which I'm sure Owen will use at some point during the transition, because why not? It's perfect. The very first time they do it, it's so perfect.
So they made it. They drop her off at her boyfriend's and like, we're out. And then she's like, here's that remote. The whole reason I ran away and stole the remote. But here you go. Here's the whole reason people are trying to kill me. Yep. But now I'm at my boyfriend's. No problems. Okay. So they're barreling down. They're going to get there. They got 30 minutes. They thought they had two and a half hours, but the clock was wrong.
At one point, you see her push a button on the thing, and like
he starts using it to like turn off the red lights.
That's right. He's pushing the buttons because she tells him it's 66, and then another, and then a 665 and some number. Or no, it's 566 and some number, and they can't hear the last number, so he's just pushing buttons, and one of the buttons adds 2 hours to their clock on accident. That's what's happening, doing that high speed. I remember watching it. Why is that going to be a plot point?
You paid closer attention than I did. Yeah, they're on their way. They're going to make it. They're going to turn all the red lights green. They're going to run over people, whatever they need to keep their truck. Cops chasing them. Fuck that cop. We're going to disable his car.
They cause numerous car accidents.
And then they get a little call on their walkie-talkie from the genius pudgy kid saying, oh, is Holly there? Like, no, she had her boyfriend. Like, uh-oh. I told them that where she was. So they're like, fuck it. We're not going to make it. We got to go back.
They're like, oh, we're going to make the delivery, and then we'll go back. I'm sure she'll be fine.
Yeah. But they don't. They turn that shit around.
And just in time, because we cut back to the boyfriend's house, and they're both tied up and being threatened with knives, and he's like, cut them.
Yeah, she's like, I gave the truckers the remote. I'm like, what do you think I am, stupid? Cut the boyfriend. And then they come busting through the door. Yep. They knock Jaws out with the old double punch. We never see again after that, if you remember.
Yeah, he was done. It was his last day of shooting, or you only had 2 hours to shoot, man.
And then they make a deal. We'll give you the remote.
Look. They wasted half of his day setting up the goddamn truck on the train tracks. All right, that whole stunt sequence that took time. So they had to just kind of write him off after they punched him in the face.
They make a deal. You let them go. We give you the remote. As soon as the girls let go, she runs over and grabs the remote and runs outside. And then apparently the bad guys, the other bad guys, the mobsters, show up in a limo. They want the remote. And she chucks that shit and breaks it. And the whole time I was like, where's the boyfriend? Because he wasn't outside with them. Yeah, and they all have a good, with Jaws, with a knife.
Maybe he was still tied up to the chair. They never untied him. He's like,
it'd be great. They walk in and
he's still tied up to this day.
Yeah, I would have laughed if they because the bad guy, the other doctor, gets taken by the mob, and we made jokes about how he's definitely dead.
Oh, he's definitely dead. They tortured him. They fed him his own penis, then lit him on fire.
Of course, they're all outside laughing like it's the end of a sitcom episode. Like, ah.
They
But
are. It's really dark, actually.
wouldn't it be funny if they walked in the house and Jaws was just stabbing the boyfriend?
Over and over again in
Who's just
rage.
tied up still.
And they're
But
like,
yeah,
oh,
boyfriend does come
shit.
out and he's like, "What's going on?" And then the one of the twins uses the remote to shut off the movie.
Well,
Wait,
but first, yeah.
first David Carradine shows up and steals the truck.
And at this point, the toxic waste has begun to leak in the back of the truck. And he's
Yeah.
driving
And the
along.
counter counted down.
And he
I was
starts
waiting.
having issues. And oh my god, it's so hilarious. His hair's falling out. And he's totally got cancer, guys. It's fucking great. Ha 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 ha. Laugh at David Carradine having cancer at the end of the movie.
When it pulled around the corner, I was hoping just explosion in the distance.
That would have been.
Like the clock was a bomb the whole time.
Or the toxic waste was volatile and exploded. That would have been perfect.
But yeah, toxic waste tips over, and within a second, fucking his teeth are falling out and his hair's falling out.
Yep.
Ha ha ha.
Haha, he got what he deserved because he wanted to get the truck that was owed to him. And because he took the truck that was owed to him, he lost to losing his life and health. That's hilarious, right? It's karma.
As well as obviously the remote she broke was from the TV. It was from the hotel.
Right.
That's why he had the remote to turn the movie off.
Yeah.
And then you just get the same rap song again.
We get the nice, clean rap song again.
Should have been an end credits sequence of them killing the doctor.
Jaws just stabbing the boy. It's just the song for 3 minutes of Jaws just comes stabbing him for 3 fucking minutes, just uninterrupted.
It's just the scene from, what was it, Pulp Fiction. He's just Jaws dancing around, cutting up the doctor.
I mean, like, how fucking dark would that be? It's just a movie. Guys just tied up and just like, the terrible rap song. And just like,
I mean, obviously
he gets in there. He has to like pull on the fucking knife to get it out. Just, it's just fucking like how fucked up that is.
Also, there was that scene where they had a brand new truck, and they were delivering stuff for the girl who was apparently selling stuff. She just had like a weird name for it. So we were trying to figure it out.
Sold
she,
by
like,
her, apparently, she didn't want monsters to have, but she's willing to just sell to random idiots.
It can't be the remote. You can't sell a remote that like lets people change traffic lights.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe she used the technology, set it to a specific frequency only. Now you have a universal remote that will turn off any TV, right? Like there you go. That's what I was saying at the end. Like, there's no way they're going to give that to civilians. That's just stupid.
But yeah, they just work for her now. Who has a business apparently.
Yeah.
From her boyfriend's house.
All right.
Yeah, the boyfriend must have been old enough because we didn't see parents at his house or anything.
I know, right? Creeper. Even on the internet, man. Even
Maybe
in the
she's
90s.
just a college student.
1989 internet was still about a dude trying to fuck underage girls. Like, what the fuck? God damn it, nothing changed. It's been 30 years and nothing's changed. 88, 98, 2008. Oh my god, that's been almost 30 years. Wow.
We're old.
Fucking old. I'm 36 now. This is great. Anyway. So,
I'm not yet.
Well, alright. So, final thoughts on the movie.
It moved along for like 40 minutes, and then it kind of slowed down.
Yeah. I liked it. 3 out of 5.
I'd say that.
I thought it was better. A better 3 out of 5 than Double Trouble's 3 out of 5.
I don't think I gave Double Trouble 3 out of 5.
No, I think you gave 2 out of 5. I'm more generous with that one.
That one was kind of dull.
It was kind of dull, but it had fucking money moments where it just made me laugh. Just, Jesus Christ. Their outfits in that one getting a little more crazy. He had the white jacket and shit. I was just like, Jesus. Anyway. Yeah, it's not the 5 out of 5 that Twin Sitters is, obviously. Like, jeez, that movie is a goddamn masterpiece.
I don't remember what I gave Twin Sitters. I don't think I gave it a very good rating, though.
I'm pretty sure I gave it an amazing rating.
I know you did.
I had so much fun with that movie. Alright, so of the 3 movies, of the three Twins trilogy, which one did you like the most? This one or Twin Sitters? Because clearly Double Trouble doesn't win.
Probably this one.
Wow. Okay. Nice. All right. Nothing wrong with that. Just interesting. I of course
really...
Twin Sitters. It's like my new gem. I'm in love with that movie. I need a Blu-ray of that super quick.
That ain't gonna happen. Imagine just a Blu-ray box set of twin movies.
Dude, oh my god, that would be so cool. I would buy that. I'd pre-order that shit. I don't know. I don't care what I have to do. I'd sell something to buy it because I feel like I'd have to support such a obscure and random release. Double Trouble and Twin Sitters. Double Trouble's with MGM. Twin Sitters was with Warner Brothers, I want to say. Because the Golden Globus library's kind of gone to different people throughout the years.
I mean, they clearly don't care about them. So.
I know. I don't know who owns Think Big, but I don't think they exist anymore. So I think that's the one that's like the holdup, right? And then a lot of these movies in this time are actually just fronts for mob money. So a lot of these movies can never be released on home video because that would have to look at the books and go, oh shit, all this money was embezzled. Oh, you know, stuff like that. Because you pay for a movie like this, right, with your mob money, your illegally gained money, you pay in cash. The producers put it into their bank account. They're making a movie. They have an investment contract with you. You get paid first before anyone else because you're an investor. So you make your money back, at least, guaranteed. So you've cleaned your money because now your money comes from a legitimate source. There's a lot of these movies that happen. A lot of these smaller films. Anyway, I think for me, Twin Sitters is like the finest film. The last film was the finest. And yeah, do you have any final words for this retrospective?
If you can find them, go watch them. There's a worse way to spend a night.
Yeah, I mean, Think Big's on YouTube for sure. The other two have had DVDs. Double Trouble's still available. We'll have some trouble finding Twin Sitters for a price less than $30. I lucked out. My buddy Stabman found a copy of it in a thrift store without me knowing that I wanted it at all. He had no idea I was looking for it. He just said, "This sounds like something Brandon would want." And he bought it, and he's like, "Brandon, I bought this. Are you interested?" It's like, "Oh my god, dude! Holy fuck! I've been looking for that DVD for years." Which is true. It's been out of print for like a decade now. So yeah.
I mean, what else are you gonna watch? The Olsen twin movies?
These are way better than this.
Yeah, you're gonna run out of twins pretty quickly.
Oh, you could just watch Twins.
That's not real twins.
I know. Okay, well, that'll do it for this episode of Psychotronic Coast to Coast. I hope you enjoyed this Barbarian Brothers retrospective. I'm glad you sat through this extra long episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and please rate and subscribe. Rate us on Stitcher and on iTunes, and come check us out on Twitch and YouTube. Owen Neal has a YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel. Skinslip, or Owen Neal. You can find us. Owen Neal, 2 N's in 1 word. And, yeah, that'll do it. We'll see you next time for another Psychotronic Coast to Coast. Alright, I'm going to do the intro now. Alright, guys, what you're about to watch... Oh, I'm going to try that again. If you're not watching it. Hey, guys, it's Skinslip here. What you're about to hear is a special retrospective episode on the Barbarian Brothers. They are our favorite twin brother actors. There are not many of those, I know, but there's my favorite ones. And they star in one Conan ripoff and a bizarre trilogy of action comedies. And you have to check them out. Here we're going to talk about them in pretty in-depth. So if you don't like spoilers, you probably want to watch the movies first. They're not... The Barbarians has a DVD. Double Trouble has a DVD. Both are still in print. Twin Sitters is out of print, going for $30 on DVD. And Think Big's only available on YouTube currently, or VHS. So, with that said, a little bit of information. Peter and David Paul, they started their Hollywood career So a little bit of information. Peter Paul and David Paul started their career in Joel Schumacher's DC Cab. They had these big, horrendous beards, and they're basically unrecognizable. They had a very small part, but that got them the attention of Golan Globus because Conan the Barbarian had come out, and the whole bodybuilding craze was in full swing. Vince McMahon had started the fucking World Bodybuilding Federation that went nowhere. You know, that whole deal. So, like, these guys get their own movie deal, so they come in and do The Barbarians for Golan Globus. And I guess it was a hit enough because they got a 3-picture deal to do these 3 action comedies, and they seem to hammer them out every other year or so. And they finished up in '94 with Twin Sitters, and this is what we got. What was I going to say? Oh! Cut that out real quick. Okay, so not only are Peter and David Paul actors of some repute, but they are also rappers, and one is a poet and one is a philosopher. They go by the Knight of the Light, that's Peter Paul, and Abstract Alkaline Alchemist, that's David Paul. He's a bit of the weirder one. But let me tell you, I love these guys, and we're about to review their 4 best well-known movies. There is a 5th one from Japan, which I can't seem to find, and of course they're in DC Cab, and they have a small cameo role that was cut out of Natural Born Killers, so you can see them in the director's cut, I believe. And without further ado, I've rambled enough. Let's get on to the podcast. Hit it with the Think Big theme song, because god damn it, they have to hear this more than once. Go! Alright. How's that for an intro for the podcast, for the retrospective? Was that good enough? I actually wrote fucking notes and shit. Look at this, I wrote a whole page of notes.
I can't see it.
Oh. Whole page of notes. So yeah, there we go. And we had 0 viewers the whole time. Actually, I take it back. We had 1 viewer, and then I started talking about guts coming out of people's mouths, and how gruesome and awful that would be, and how it probably hurts the whole time, and then they left. So. Yeah. Anyway, so that'll do it for the live stream. For those who are watching this archive, we'll see you for the next episode of Psychotronic. Goes, oh, what are we watching? For those who do watch these live streams and want to catch up with us.
Match Vegas.
Match Vegas?
I don't remember the full name. It's like Marriage, Monsters, and Murder in Match Vegas.
Match Vegas?
Yeah, Match Vegas.
It's the Moturn Media film that we haven't seen.
Yes. It's finally on Amazon Prime.
So we're totally going to watch that. We love our Moturn Media here, if anyone asks. We are big fans. They did our theme song. We're ever grateful for that. So...
Mm-hmm. I own the DVD, but since it's on Prime, you can now watch it.
Excellent.
And I guess this is more for you than anyone else. Tomorrow, at I think 8 or 9 o'clock, they're going to be doing a thing where a bunch of people are going to watch it and live tweet.
Oh, that's cool.
So, Saturday the whatever.
22nd. Yep, 9/22. 2018.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you follow them on Twitter, there you go.
All right, then. So, there you go. We'll see you next episode for Match Vegas, whatever it's called. We'll figure it out. I'll say it right by the time we do the episode.
The long title.
All right, guys. Take it easy. Peace.